Hello, this is Edward Ho, the presenter of today's webinar. Uh, Thank you for spending time with me today to learn some cybersecurity tips and on how to stay safe online. Uh, First of all, I would like to introduce myself. Let me. And I'm the Director of IT Security and Compliance of CalStateLA. I come on the job since mid-2021, so I have been on this role for about slightly more than 2 years. I do have about 30 years of IT experience in private industry and higher education. In the last 10 years, I spent most of my time on the cybersecurity and IT operation. I was the first CISO of a major US truck company, and which built commercial and military trucks. So I do have some experience with the cybersecurity compliance with government. And at that role, I have the privilege to build a new cybersecurity organization and cybersecurity program from the scratch. So I learned a lot through that exercise. And in fact, I personally conduct quite a field cybersecurity training in that role. So, and one thing I know is technology and cyber threats keep on changing. Even though I have about 10 years experience, I'm still learning today because every day, everything are changing. Yeah, and every day there may be some new threats and new technology that may change the cyber landscape. I can be reached at my email, eho25@calstatela.edu. If after this webinar, if you have some follow-up questions, want to contact me, feel free to email me, and then I would do my best to share my experience with you. So first of all, I want to give you a little bit background about the National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. October is declared to be the National Cybersecurity Awareness Month in the United States. This year marked the 20th anniversary of Cybersecurity Awareness Month. This program actually created in 2004 as a joint effort between the government and industry to keep Americans to be safe in the internet. And the main objective of the Awareness Month is to promote security tips to protect the networks, computers, software programs, and electronic data from cyber attacks or unauthorized access. So and every year we will have some cybersecurity awareness promotion program in October and keep everyone informed how they can improve their capability to protect themselves on the internet. So then first of all, we want to spend some time to understand what are the risks with computer use and internet, because computer and internet have become a part of our modern life, a part of our everyday life fabric. So by using the computer, there's some embedded risks, okay? And I would say there's no secrets on the computer. You put something on computer, the chances someone may see it, especially when the computer are interconnected and accessible. And the hackers attack a target or a user using multiple efforts. Some of them may leverage the vulnerability in the software design and to get access to your computer. So for example, if you use the Microsoft Windows operating system, and from time to time, there are vulnerabilities discovered on the Windows operating system. then Microsoft will apply the software patch to address those vulnerabilities. The hackers, when they identify those vulnerabilities, they may take advantage of those vulnerabilities to get access to your computer. The second one is a more sophisticated. They do not necessarily use the malware to attack you. They may, when they get the access to your computer, they may leverage some company use computer-related program to collect your information, get the data, or even exfiltrate to the outside world. And that is the part is more difficult to detect. And the more common form is they may trick the user or the victims to click a link that lead them to download some malware program or get to some malicious site. And from there, they can steal your personal information. And the last part is social engineering. Yeah, and from time to time, they may even call you, then pretend to be someone else, then try to get your personal information over the phone or through the email or through the text. And one of the recent cyber attack on MGM Casino in Las Vegas, it was said that the initial the hacker basically leveraged the social engineering to bypass the MFA protection. So social human is considered the weakest links. So if you do not pay attention, then you may give out information that you should not give out through social engineering from the hackers. And malware have existed for a long time, and it gets smarter and smarter every day. Traditionally, the more you need to click a unknown URL or open an attachment to install the malware from your email. That's the most common form of the cyber attack. Lately, we also discovered some called zero-click malware. That means you don't have to click a URL or open that attachment. In your smartphone, you may receive some unknown SMS, iMessage, even WhatsApp message. When you accept it, it will trigger the malware to be installed and then take over your smartphone, because the hacker getting smarter, and they take advantage of some vulnerability of the application, like the text messaging, to get access to your computer. So since we have to use computer and internet on our daily life, this kind of risk will be the risk that we face every day. So instead of fear being afraid of being attacked and not using computer or internet, the better approach is how to identify appropriate protection step to reduce the risk, so we can still enjoy the technology in our daily life, as well as reduce the chance of being attacked. And this is the purpose of this particular webinar. So in a way, I would love to compare the online risk somewhat like the personal health. Well, I can call the cybersecurity risk as similar to the personal health. You can do all the right thing, but sometimes you still get sick. At the same time, bad thing could happen to you, even though you do everything right, because there are so many opportunities for the hacker to trick you to fall into to become their victim. However, just like personal health, if you keep a good hygiene, a good healthy practice, it will reduce your chance getting sick. With the same token, if you practice some of the good cybersecurity tips, it will keep you safer online and less likely to be hacked. And one of the good practice is to keep a good backup of your computer or phone, so that in case you become a victim of the cyber attack, you can recover them from the backup. As I mentioned, that October is the National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. U.S. government, the critical infrastructure and security agents, they create some educational material to help Americans to be more careful in to protect their online presence. And at this point, I would like to share a message from the CISA Director, Jen Easterly, on the cybersecurity awareness, and to give you some tips how to to keep you safe on the online world.
Hey, Ed, it looks like we can't hear the sound.
Okay, let me redo it. Okay, thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Jen Easterly, Director of CISA, America's Cyber Defense Agency, and I want to be the first to wish you a happy Cybersecurity Awareness Month. I'm thrilled to get to share with you a little about this year's campaign through this video. This October, we challenge all Americans to help secure our world by adopting 4 simple steps that everyone can take to stay safe online. First, use strong passwords, meaning long, random, and unique to each account, and use a password manager to generate them and to save them. 2, one of my personal favorites, enable multi-factor authentication on all accounts that offer it. You need more than a password on your most important accounts like email, social media, and financial accounts. So enable MFA. 3, recognize and report phishing. As we like to say, think before you click. Be cautious of unsolicited emails or texts or calls asking you for personal information, and don't click on links or open attachments from unknown sources. Finally, number 4, update your software. In fact, enable automatic updates on your software, so the latest security patches just keep your devices continuously up to date. We all have a role to play to secure our world. We can all secure our online accounts by practicing basic cyber hygiene, including the 4 steps I just mentioned. And let's secure our families by ensuring that our loved ones know what to look for and how to stay safe online. Companies also have a role to play to secure our digital world. CISA is asking tech companies and software developers to secure our businesses and our individual customers by ensuring that their products are secure by design. That way, technology is secure right out of the box, and Americans are better protected. We invite families, small and medium businesses, tech providers, government, and international partners and others to join the campaign and participate in Cybersecurity Awareness Month 2023. Learn more by visiting CISA.gov.
Okay, yeah. So Jen did mention about 4 steps to stay safe online. Use the strong password, use MFA, recognize and report phishing email, and update the software frequently. So we'll talk about those 4 steps individually in more detail. Strong password, and most of the system require you verify your identity using password. And so the stronger password is the longer password. And it is preferable to make your password as a paraphrase of at least 16 characters long. This is the recommendation from CISO. And make it the password need to be composed of a string of some random letters, numbers, or symbol. And I make up examples. I love dollars and power at politics. And you can tell from the examples that I use the lowercase and uppercase, number 0, and then the special character $sign and SI to make it more difficult for the hacker to guess. And another one to remember about the password is if you have multiple user account, you should use a different strong password for each account. And so that in case one of your account got compromised, the same password will not be used in other critical account. The last but not the least is because everyone may have so many different accounts for different applications, you may consider to use the password manager to generate and remember the password for a particular account and application on the device. And if you're using the password manager, and then you only need to remember the strong password for the password manager itself. And you can retrieve the password from the password manager when you log into a particular user account. So that is some general recommendation from the CISO agency. Yeah. Second part is turn on MFA, and I know the audience already use MFA in CalStateLA or CSU. We use Duo as a MFA mechanisms, and MFA stands for multi-factor authentication. It's also known as two-factor authentication or two-step authentication. It basically verifies your identity with something that you know, like your login password, and something that you have, like the passcode, the MFA passcode that they send to your cell phone. And in order to set up a MFA, normally you need to log into your user account or application. In the setting or privacy tab, you can choose to enable MFA. And then you also can specify what type of notification method you use for the MFA. It could be using the push button on the mobile app, which is similar to the dual mobile application. There's a push option for you. When you receive the prompt from the MFA, you can press a button and then acknowledge you authenticate, you accept and authenticate yourself. Or you can use the SMS code or passcode. Example is when you sign up for some online account, online bank account, and when you log in the bank account, they normally send you a passcode. You need to type in the correct passcode from your device in order to get the access to the bank account. The other one is the hardware token. If for some reason you cannot use your personal mobile device to accept the passcode, or you travel in a foreign country and you want to make sure you get the MFA notification and you can verify yourself, you can use the hardware token. And normally when you key in, the application will prompt for the PIN from the token, and you can enter the PIN from the token and authenticate yourself. Those PIN will change every 5-10 seconds, so that you continue to change, and they will sync up with your MFA system. And the last but not the least is more and more common that the MFA will utilize a mobile application called Authenticator, and then it will pump for some uh, MFA response from the Authenticator, and then you will look up some digit from the Authenticator and type it back in to confirm you are the true user. So this is the MFA, and while the MFA is very common and is sometimes cause some inconvenience to the user because you need to authenticate yourself. But that small inconvenience of MFA actually give you a lot of protection because it will prevent the hacker to pretend to be you or steal your, even though they steal your password, they cannot get authenticate on the second factor and cannot get access to your valuable information. And another lesson learned from MFA is what we call MFA fatigue. Hacker may keep on sending you MFA palm, and hopefully you feel tired of being palm and accept the unauthorized MFA palm, and they get authenticated that way. So one of the rule of thumb is if you do not change your application, do you log into your application and you receive a MFA palm, you need to be cautious. Those might be the sign of the MFA fatigue attack to you. Okay, the next one is recognize and reporting phishing, and of this mainly the phishing email. And the phishing email have some common signs. They use some urgent and emotionally appeal language. Say they mark as urgent, you need to respond in this minute, otherwise your account will be locked up. And the job offer only available in the next hours, that kind of thing, and make you feel urgent to respond. The other signs of the phishing email is that they ask for your personal information or financial information from the email. And another sign is that when you receive an email from an unknown sender, and that have some suspicious link or attachment that you are not familiar with. So try not to click the link or open because there's likely to be a phishing email. And traditionally, the phishing email composed of some poor grammar or spelling mistake. However, the AI is getting more and more popular or more mature, and they spell check the email. So this is still a good sign, but not the hacker is getting better. So you cannot just count on poor grammar to be the only signs of the phishing email anymore. The second step, once you recognize this is a phishing email or something that you don't know, the second part is you need to resist the temptation to click on the link or attachment. Especially the email offer seems too good to be true. And then once you determine this is a suspect this is a phishing email, you want to report the phishing email using the report spam or report phishing button on your email software, and so that the administrator can collect those information and create some rules to block those phishing email from in the future, and or maybe even contact the email carrier to block those phishing email. So that will be a good habit, not only to protect yourself, but to report the phishing email so you can protect others. And the last but not the least is if you suspect this suspicious, this is a phishing email, you should delete the email, do not reply, do not open the link or the attachment. Sometimes even unsubscribe link could lead you to a phishing trap. So just delete the message. that will be the best practice for you to recognize and report the phishing. Update software, and why we need to update the software, especially on the PC and on your smartphone, because malware leverages the vulnerability of a software to get access to your computer. We mentioned this before. A hacker basically very good at leveraging the vulnerability of software to get access to your information. And the software update often will fix those kind of security vulnerability. And so if you keep your software up to date, you will fix and reduce the number of vulnerability on your software, and also reduce the chance of being hacked. And to protect yourself from phishing email.
You said that they unlocked it. What OS are you on? Huh? What OS system are you on?
To protect you from the cyber attack, there are 3 steps you can do to do the software update. First of all, watch for the software update notification, and normally those notifications will explain to you what have been changed, what problem they fix, and then once you get those updates, you install those updates as soon as possible, and even better, if you can turn on the automatic update, then whenever those updates are available, your smartphone or PC will trigger the installation of the update and to patch the vulnerability for you. There's some other tips related to the update software. Is sometimes the malware resides in the memory of your PC or smartphone. It will be a good practice for you to reboot your computer or smartphone from time to time, so that you can clean up the memory and reduce the chance of the malware attack. And so that will be a good practice for you to protect yourself. And in closing, there are many CSU Cybersecurity Awareness webinars that can be found on the Chancellor Office Cybersecurity Month Awareness website. This is the link, and so feel free to look at that and select the one that you are interested in, especially the one talking about the phishing. Yeah. And this is the end of this presentation, but now I can open up the forum to see that whether we have some question and answer. Let me take a look at Michelle. Do you see any question and answer?
Yeah, someone asked if you can link the CalState link that you have up there into the chat.
Sure. Yeah. Actually, I can do that. Okay.
And we also have Janessa asking, who do we report phishing emails to?
Actually, there are 2 ways you can report. You can report to the service level ticket in the CISO, the IT help desk. But the better way is when you open your email, go to the message, there is a button called report phishing. Just press the button over there. Then the IT security will receive the phishing email and we'll look into it. Yeah. So any other question?
No other questions at the moment.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your time to attend this webinar. As I said, if you have some follow-up question or you want to clarify something from the webinar, feel free to contact me. My email address is eho25 at calstatela.edu. And I encourage you to take a look at the other webinar in this Chancellor office so that you can learn more security tips to protect yourself online.
We also have another question if they could access the presentation.
Send me an email that I can make it available to you. Okay.
And we
any
also have
other?
another question asking if there are any internships or part-time jobs that are in this field.
Actually, there is many universities have some internship, and in fact, even with our ITS, we hire some student assistant to, especially in the cybersecurity field. So if you are interested, you can contact me as well.
And let's see. Oh, I think someone had their hand up, but not anymore. Are there any other questions? We see one that says, how do we operate Duo?
Okay, the Duo, first of all, you need to enroll into the Duo, the MFA, and that is, if you go to the IT help desk, they will help you to do enrollment. And once you enrolled, the key thing is you have your personal device enrolled as a authentication device. And then once it's set up, then when you log into some application or email account, they will prompt you for the confirmation from your registered device to confirm this is you. Yeah. So to enroll to the Duo, you can contact our IT help desk.
And can you please repeat your email to them?
My email is let me put on the chat so that everyone can get it. Okay.
And can you make the chat to everyone, please? I think the last chat you sent was just to us.
Let me send to everyone. Okay, sorry. And okay, I also republish that the CO website to everyone in the chat. So any other question or comment? And if you want to learn more, actually, there is another website that CISA.gov is a good website for you to learn the cybersecurity as well. Yeah, it's from the government.
I also have another question asking if there have been any Zoom phishing reported on campus and how to prevent that.
There are multiple ways to prevent the Zoom bombing, and one is you use the waiting room, and then and there is some technique that we can set up the Zoom session to minimize the chance of the Zoom bombing. And if you're interested in those techniques, I think you can contact me, and we can share more information to you. And maybe Michelle, we can also publish those information in the IT security and compliance website so that people can get to the website and learn that too. Yeah.
Yes, we actually do have Zoom security videos in our information security resources page. I'll link it in the chat.
So can you put down the website on the chat for them?
Yeah. And we have
Okay.
another question. Can the campus consider requiring only CalStateLA attendance?
Say it again.
Can the campus consider requiring only CalStateLA attendance? I believe this is referring to the Zoom security. And based on if you see our videos, we do show an option that only authenticated users are allowed to go into the session. I believe it should be under one of the first videos under getting started with Zoom.
Yeah, the registration is one of the ways to limit the user, but you can set up that way. And but since the Zoom is a common communication, not only used within the campus but also with outside partner, so so it really depends on the usage. Yeah, registration will be a good way to authenticate the attendee. Yeah. Okay. Any other question before we adjourn? If there's no more questions, actually, thank you for spending your time with us today. Other than sharing those 4 basic steps to protect yourself online, one of the purpose of this webinar is introduce the IT security team to the audience. Myself, Edward Ho, the Information Security Officer of the CISO, and Michelle Lam is one of my data analysts. And you can reach us at the email address itsecurity@calstatela.edu. And if you have any security concern or any idea that you want to discuss, feel free to reach out, and we love to work with you to improve our overall security posture of the campus. Thank you for your time, and see you next time. Yeah, thank you.